Saludos a todos de ustedes y especialmente a mis amigos pastores Sergio y también su esposa pastora Carla. Estoy muy agradecido para tener la oportunidad de compartir una palabra fuerte para ustedes hoy. Espero que ustedes van a ser muy bendecidos con la palabra de Dios y la enseñanza que tengo para ustedes hoy. And here is what I am going to talk about today. This is a great day to be alive. Este es el día en que el Señor actuó. Regocijémonos y alegrémonos en Él. Él es grande, más que todo que está pasando en nuestro mundo, incluyendo la pandemia. Jesús es Señor y Él tiene una solución muy buena para ustedes, para todo el mundo, para los líderes en la iglesia. Él es la respuesta para el mundo, para ti, para tu iglesia, para tu organización. Él es la respuesta para el mundo entero. Y Él tiene algo muy especial comunicar a ustedes hoy. Y me alegro de ser un amigo de tú. Today, I want you to know that nuestros problemas no son demasiado grandes. Las personas que intentan resolverlos son demasiado pequeñas. Pero nosotros tenemos la capacidad de crecer. Y cuando nosotros podemos recibir la palabra, la sabiduría del Señor, nosotros podemos crecer para ser una respuesta a todo que está pasando en el mundo. And no matter what current circumstances are in the world, if you can imagine something better for yourself, you can create it. You have the incredible power of using your imagination. Imagination is an incredible gift from God. And I want to encourage you today to use your imagination. In the Bible, in Exodus chapter 5, there is a story about Pharaoh. And Pharaoh began to be very hard on the people of God. And they told them, I want you to continue making bricks, but you must make your bricks without straw. They had been used to getting straw to help them to make their load of bricks that were required for them to have. And all of a sudden, now he cuts off the supply of straw to help them to make the bricks. Now they have to find another way. And I want to say this to you. Las problemas son una llamada de atención a la creatividad. Otra vez, los problemas son una llamada de atención a la creatividad. Tú tienes creatividad adentro, pero tienes que usarlo para resolver los problemas del mundo. Tú lo tienes, tú puedes hacerlo. Tiene que pasar tiempo a solo con el Señor, con los principios de la Biblia. Tiene que tratar de pensar, ¿cómo puedo hacer Tiene que soñar los sueños del Señor para cambiar tu comunidad, tu mundo, todo. Tiene que pensar y de soñar y de hablar con otras personas para conseguir ideas que puede ayudarle de cambiar el mundo. Y para ser como los respuestas a los problemas del mundo, tú lo tienes adentro. Úsalo. Es la hora para nosotros soñar con el Espíritu para hacer lo imposible. Pero porque es posible cuando nosotros usamos el poder del Espíritu Santo, la sabiduría de la palabra de Dios, la creatividad de la mente, nosotros podemos hacerlo. Es un regalo del Señor a ti y tú puedes usarlo como un líder en tu comunidad para hacer una respuesta a todos de los problemas del mundo que nosotros tenemos. So no matter what your circumstances are, if you can imagine something better for yourself, you can create it. Let me say this to you. Some things cannot be undone. Some things cannot be undone, but they can be overcome. Some things cannot be undone, but they can be overcome. You have the ability to overcome every challenge that has come against you. It just takes a different level of creativity, of the Holy Spirit moving in your life as an answer. And this particular passage in Exodus chapter 5 reminds us of how they were still able to make bricks, even without the straw being provided for them, because they were God's people and God helped them. And in the same way that God helped them, God will also help you. But they had this problem, and the problem demanded that they use creativity. So you are called now to use your creativity. There were 3 different men that were working on a wall, and a man walked by and he asked the first man, ¿Qué haces? ¿Qué estás haciendo? And he said to them, I'm laying bricks. I'm laying bricks. And one by one, he continued to lay the bricks. The man then walked down and asked another worker who was also laying bricks, ¿Qué haces? What are you doing? And he said, I'm building a wall. I'm building a wall. And then he walked down further and asked a third man, ¿Qué haces? What are you doing? He said, Estoy construyendo una catedral. I'm building a cathedral. All 3 of them were doing the same job. But to one, it was only laying bricks. To another, he was only building a wall. To another, he was constructing a cathedral, building a house for God. Each one was doing the same job, but each one had a different revelation as to what they were doing. Cuando tienes un propósito fuerte en tu corazón, se puede construirlo y se puede dar pasión para hacerlo. Porque propósito fuerte crea pasión. And so if you have it in your heart, it can create a passion for you if you just understand the purpose of what you're doing. And when you know that I am doing something that God placed me in the earth to do, then you know that that thing can become a blessing to you in a wonderful, wonderful way. So don't just lay bricks. See the big picture. Leaders must see the big picture. Leaders must look at the big vision. And no matter what is happening around you, always look at the big picture. Don't allow a pandemic to cause you to diminish the size of your dream or your vision. This is the time to dream a bigger dream for God. This is the time to dream a bigger dream for God. It's that time. And I want you to know, in order to do that, you're going to need a couple of things and understand the difference between a goal and a plan. Una meta necesita un plan. Una meta no es un plan. Una meta necesita un plan. Una meta necesita un plan. Pero es algo diferente para tener un plan. Un plan es diferente. Un plan es más grande. Un plan tiene los pasos de acción que uno necesita hacer para llenarlo, para cumplirlo. And too often, we have goals without plans, metas sin planes. But goals fail without a plan. I want you to understand that principle. Las metas fallan sin un plan. Las metas fallan sin un plan. Necesita un plan para construir la casa de Dios, para construir tu negocio. Lo que quiere hacer necesita un plan para construir tu familia en Cristo, para construir una escuela, un edificio, necesita un plan. No solamente las metas, pero un plan es necesario. Un plan es estratégico, es muy estratégico. Un plan tiene pasos de acción y necesita cumplir cada paso para construir el sueño de Dios. Una meta pertenece al qué. Otra vez, una meta pertenece al qué. Un plan se refiere al cómo. ¿Entiendes la diferencia entre los dos de ellos? Una meta pertenece al qué. ¿Qué quiero hacer? ¿Qué quiero construir? ¿Qué? Pero un plan se refiere al cómo. ¿Cómo voy a construirlo? ¿Cómo voy a pagarlo? ¿Cómo voy a producir una familia linda para el Señor? ¿Cómo? La plan se refiere al cómo, pero la meta pertenece al qué. And I want you to know this. You always have the ability to choose how you act despite how you feel. Your feelings don't have to determine your actions. You can decide how you act no matter how you feel. There are times that I don't feel like getting up in the morning and going to do what I need to do, but I don't just stay in the bed because I don't feel like getting up. I will get up because of my purpose. My purpose calls me. Tu propósito te llama. Cada mañana, cada día, cada semana, cada mes, cada año. El propósito del Señor te llama todo el tiempo. Tiene que oír el sonido del Espíritu. ¿Y cómo se puede hacerlo? Con la ayuda del Espíritu Santo. There is always a way. Pero tú tienes que encontrarlo. But there is always a way. There's always a way to be able to find out how you can do what God has placed you in the earth to do. I remember not long ago during the pandemic in our area that there was a man who had lost his job. Y él estaba en el estacionamiento del sobremercado y él tocaba el violín. La música más hermosa del mundo. Él tocaba canciones clásicos. Y él tuvo una necesidad para dinero, para proveer comida para la familia. Y le di todo el dinero que tenía. And do you know why I did that? Because this man was using his gift to produce what he needed in his life. If you will use your gift even after you have lost your job, your gift will make room for you. Your gift will make room for you. Your gift will make room for you. And if you'll use your gift can provide what you need in your life. Si pierda su recurso, no pierda su ingenio. I'm so glad that God has given you a resourcefulness. Don't lose your ingenuity just because you lose your job. You still have an ingenuity from God to be able to produce whatever it is that God has ordained for you to produce in the earth. And I want you to understand that tu imaginación es tu mayor recurso. Tu imaginación. La imaginación es un recurso para ti. Durante tiempos de dificultad, durante tiempos duros, tú tienes el regalo de una imaginación para cambiar tu situación. Y tú tienes que usarlo. Está adentro de ti. A veces necesita sentar en una butaca en silencio y pensar en el Señor. Y recuerde el regalo y tu propósito y la imaginación que tienes adentro, y todo puede cambiar en tu mundo. Todo puede cambiar. Albert Einstein said these words: imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. Imaginación es más importante que el conocimiento. Más importante, más poderoso más poderosa de que conocimiento, la imaginación. Porque el mundo fue creado por la imaginación de Dios. Y tú tienes la misma capacidad de crear tu mundo. Puede crear tu mundo usando la imaginación. But you will only be as good as the people that you surround yourself with. And you must realize this. You have to take care of yourself. Self-care is not the same as being selfish. So you don't want to just work all the time. Everybody needs a break. In fact, your creativity increases when you take time to play and to relax. And so I want to encourage you. Encuentra 4 pasatiempos. 4 pasatiempos. Uno para ganar dinero. Uno para ganar dinero. Uno para mantenerte en buenas condiciones físicas. Uno para ayudarte a ser creativo. Y uno para mantenerte conectado con personas que elevan tu visión. 4 pasatiempos. Uno para ganar dinero. Uno para mantenerte en buenas condiciones físicas. Uno para ayudarte a ser creativo. Y uno para mantenerte conectado con personas que elevan tu visión. And I want you to know this today, that the first step to getting what you want is to stop doing what you don't want. El primer paso para obtener lo que quieres es dejar de hacer lo que no quieres. And when you take time to say, God, help me to be able to think outside of the box, to use the gift of my imagination, your world can completely change. Every week, I would say this, that to keep your creativity fresh in your life, every day you need to find something to help you to divert daily. Find a daily diversion. Divert daily. Find something every day to laugh about. Divert daily. Then withdraw weekly. Every week, find something to be able to relax, that you enjoy, that helps you to be creative. 1 day a week, withdraw weekly. And then I would say this, mentor monthly. Find someone that you can help on a monthly basis and share time with them. Share your wisdom, share your knowledge, share your skill, share your encouragement. Give them direction. And something about helping others that makes you even more creative. And then I would say every year, abandon annually. Take at least an entire week off every year. This is how you keep your creativity fresh in your life. I want you to understand this principle. The devil uses disappointment to destroy your faith, but God uses disappointment to develop your faith. The devil uses disappointment to destroy your faith, but God uses disappointment to develop your faith. I love the words of Alvin Toffler, who said this: the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. I thought that was very critical, that it's a a very important point for us is that the illiterate of the 21st century are not those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Let me say this to you very clearly. Learning is the only sustainable competitive edge. Learning is the only sustainable competitive edge that you have in your life. And that's why you should always ask the why question. Never lose the ability to simply ask the question. Haga la pregunta, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Y la razón que nosotros hacemos la pregunta ¿por qué? Es porque nosotros no sabemos. Así hacemos la pregunta. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Most people don't ask why until something has gone wrong. But I want to encourage you, start asking why while you are winning. Start asking why while things are going well. Ask, why is my church doing well during this time while it's doing well? Don't wait until it's not doing well and then ask what went wrong. Ask the question why while you are doing well. If you've got a good marriage, ask the question, why is my marriage good? Why am I having a good marriage with my spouse? Why is my marriage good? What am I doing right? How am I keeping my spouse happy? Ask the why question. Why do I have a good marriage? Why do I have a good business? Why do I have a good church? Why do we have a good community? Why do we have a good school system? Ask why while things are going well. When you understand what you're doing that is helping you to sustain the winning edge, it gives you the ability to be able to continue it much better. Also, when you understand what you were doing while you were doing well, if you ever stop doing well, now you know what to go back to doing in order to make it better. So ask the why question. Ask the why question. When you ask questions, then you get answers. Leaders ask questions. Great leaders are great listeners. So you have to listen. Listen to people and learn. We learn when we listen. Aprendimos cuando escuchamos. We must listen. Ask questions and listen. And you'll see great things beginning to happen to you. Instead of having something bad happen to you and then asking the question, why is this happening to me? Ask this question. What is this trying to teach me? What is this trying to teach me? Not why is this happening to me, but what is this trying to teach me? There is a lesson in every struggle. There's a lesson in every pain. There's something that you can learn that can make you better. And listen, if you're going to be able to upgrade your life and upgrade your family and upgrade your ministry, if you're going to upgrade your life, you must first download something. There's always a download before there is an upgrade. You have to download the new software in order to upgrade the systems of your computer. The same is true with your mind. The same is true with your life. You must download certain things from God, from other leaders. And I'm glad that you are watching today because this is giving you a download. If you want to upgrade, you must first download. If you want to change the output of your life, you have to change the input. the input of who you are listening to, what you are looking at, what you are reading. If you want to change your output, you must change your input. And so take the time and learn and grow and watch your dreams begin to come into powerful manifestations, because God can do some great things just through your taking the time to dream. I've noticed exceptional businesses. I've noticed exceptional ministries. Oftentimes, if you're going to be exceptional, if you're going to be number one, oftentimes you have to be first to do it, first to think of it, first to dream of it. Or you have to be the best. You have to do it better than anybody else. And sometimes, in order to be exceptional, you just have to be different. Find your own uniqueness and maximize that and use that to make a difference in your world. Find something where you can be first, where you can be best, or where you can be different. It will set you apart in all that you do. It has the ability to set your life apart. And I want to encourage you today to dream about building a great ministry for the Lord Jesus Christ. Dream about building a great organization, something that can be sustained even in your absence. Because if you're going to create legacy, legacy is not fully about what you do. Legacy is about what you set in motion that will outlive you, something that will survive long after you are gone. There are some people that have unique abilities in their own life. I would liken this ability to the ability to look up at the sun. And some people can look at the sun and tell exactly what time it is. But see, that's a personalized kind of gift. You may not be able to teach someone else to look at the sun and teach them exactly how to do that. That might be a personal gift of yours. But what you can do is that you can build a clock and then teach other people how to tell time. That's what you are to do as a leader. You build something and show others how to do it. You don't just win souls. The great leaders teach others how to win souls. That's how you multiply ministry. When Jesus came to the earth, he did certain things himself. But then he said, the things that I've done, now you are going to do, and is going to be greater. He was saying, because there are more of you. He taught others to do what God gifted him to be able to do. And I want to encourage you today to teach others. Teach others. Enseñar a los otros lo que tú tienes en tu vida. Give them your passion. Teach them. Share with them your heart, your thoughts. Give them your inspiration. Give them your wisdom. Give them your knowledge. Give them your encouragement. And watch something become bigger in your life, in their life, than they could ever imagine. Allow yourself to be a person who starts something that others will have to finish. Dream bigger. Don't just try to do everything yourself. Ask God to give you something. A dream that comes from God will always involve the lives of other people. And so today, I want you to dream big for God and create a plan with action steps. Pasos de acción. Así se puede cumplir la visión, el sueño del Señor. Porque Él es tu Padre. Y Él se quiere mucho. Él se ama. Se ama mucho. Y lo que tú tienes en tu corazón, tú tienes que compartir con otros. Con tu iglesia, con tu familia, con tu comunidad, con el gobierno. Tiene que pedir para la sabiduría del Señor. para la inspiración, para la creatividad, para hacer nuestro mundo mejor. Y un lugar que cuando Jesús vuelve para recibir la iglesia, Él puede recibir algo de gloria en la tierra. Es nuestra llamada. Es para hacer discípulos para Cristo. Hacer discípulos. Hacer discípulos. Es tu llamada. Muchísimas gracias por escuchar. Espero que tú has recibido algo para ayudarte en tu vida. Nos vemos muy pronto.